Hello everyone, this is TechSent and welcome to today's video. Today's topic is about computer science. Computer science is the study of computers and algorithmic processes, including their principles, design, like designing softwares and hardwares. As a computer scientist, you use technology to solve real-life problems. Now a little history. The first computer started at 1945 and it was called ENIAC, completed in the University of Pennsylvania. It was actually the first programmable, electronic, and general-purpose digital computer. The weight of this computer is 30 tons, and it took up almost 8,800 square feet of space. So yeah, it is gigantic. Definitely, it wasn't a personal computer, which Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, founder of Apple that we all know today, invented a prototype, the Apple II, and introduced it to the public in 1977. Now the ENIAC had a clock speed of 1000 kHz, and the clock speed is the number of cycles your processor executes per second. Compared today to the new iPhone 13 Pro Max, a tiny little instrument in front of the ENIAC has a clock speed of 3.2 GHz. That tiny device is faster than the large piece of metal, the ENIAC. Now let's talk about the three types of hardwares. We have the input, which provides information for the computer, like when you type on the keyboard or record your audio, but definitely the computer will transform those infos or information to binary so it can understand. Output, which provides humans information, generally converting machine to human language, like the screen of your mobile or your PS5 controller. Both of those examples read binary, but converts this data into human languages for us to understand what is happening. And last, storage device, which is the storage of data that can be used later on, like the RAM, but it only stores data when your computer is on. If off, the RAM is empty. For this reason, we rely on secondary storages, like hard drive, flash drive plugged in on the USB port, and so on. Next, we'll jump to the topic of softwares, which refers to the instructions and data that make a computer work, like the system software, which is the OS or operating system that runs behind the scenes. Application softwares like the browser you use, or the applications on your smartphone. Next is bits and bytes. There's a big difference between them. Bits is the smallest unit of data, and the word bit stands for binary digit, which evaluates 0 or 1. Byte consists of 8 bits, like a CD stores 730 million bytes. We could also add prefixes like kilo, which is 1000. Mega means 1 million. Giga means 1 billion. And there is the yottabyte, approved by International System of Units, that the yottabyte is about 1 septillion bytes, or 1 followed by 24 zeros. Now comes the topic about data types. So some languages like Python allows you to store data in a variable, which is actually a storage of storing data in the computer's memory, without identifying the type of the data at the beginning. But in C#, you are obliged to identify the type before writing the variable name. Data types differ from programming languages to another, like the char data type, which means character, exists in C# but not in Python. But the most common ones are the ones that I'm gonna tell you right now. Strings or plain text, like the name TechSent, or it could be also a sentence, subscribe to TechSent. Numeric data types, like integers and floats, which respectively means a whole number like 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, and decimal numbers like 7.6, minus 7.6, and so on. So yes, they could be positive and negative numbers. At last, we have Boolean values. They can be true or false, which stands for 1 or 0. The last topic on the introduction to computer science is programming. Now, I did a full video about this topic, link will be in the description. Programming is the process of creating a set of instructions that tells the computer what to do. A program is a set of instructions written in a programming language that a computer will follow and execute by order. Programming languages are special languages, not English and not computer language like binary, somewhere in the middle, and they are used to write algorithms that the computer can understand and execute. Each programming language has their own rules, syntax, which is the grammar or vocabulary of a programming language, and of course the logic. Most common programming languages these days are Python, JavaScript, and Java. Of course, there's a lot more programming languages. Now, which programming language to learn? Well, it depends on what you prefer. But I can tell you myself that I preferred learning Python. How? By watching this Python playlist about Python tutorial for beginners. So I hope to see you there. That brings us to the end. Thanks for watching today's video. This is TechSend, and I will see you in the next one.